Hi, good morning, everyone. And this is Dalen over here, and we have a very special guest with us this morning. I have Lisa Campbell, who's the Asia Pacific Director of Cogs Agency, a specialist recruitment firm in the digital and creative industries. So Lisa recently gave our coaching clients a call and gave them some CV tips, and she shared a little bit with them as well on the state of the user experience design industry and the job market situation. And I thought it was so extremely valuable that I had to share it with everyone else in this network. So just like to get a brief update from Lisa, can you just share with the rest of the group over here, what's the job situation like in Singapore, in Asia Pacific for the UX industry, especially for junior designers?
Okay, well, the good news is it's still an in-demand role. And although we are experiencing a lot less positions at the moment, and the country is obviously dealing with a high level of unemployment, luckily, UX and experience design is still very much an in-demand skill.
Okay, that's awesome. So Lisa, can I ask you, what is the difference between a junior designer and a mid-level designer in your opinion? Like how?
Quite simply, the years of experience. So junior, we would class as somebody that's either just graduated or maybe has 1 or 2 years experience underneath them. And then obviously mid-level tends to be the sort of 4 to 5 years plus. So has some commercial experience, but not obviously not at anywhere near a senior level.
So what I hear you say is that companies are still hiring for junior and mid-level roles,
Yeah.
although that's kind of just a slight decrease and slight slow, but the good designers are still very much in demand. Am I right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And if I could ask you, in terms of salary and benchmarking of salary, how much should a junior designer expect and how much should a mid-level designer kind of expect? Yeah, in Singapore dollars.
Yeah, and in monthly, because we usually always talk in monthly figures. For experience design, a junior could be looking at starting around 4,000 per month, and then mid would be around the 6,000 per month.
That's a very fair salary range and sounds really attractive as well.
Yeah.
Has there been a decrease, or has it always been this salary? Even now in COVID, people are still offering such salaries.
There have been slight decreases, specifically in the more senior level roles. I think a lot of companies are having to be more mindful with their budgeting. So perhaps previously they could have rather large and attractive salary packages for senior level candidates, but now companies are definitely being a little bit more frugal, shall we say, and it's so I think we've seen some slight changes, variations to salaries around the senior level, but at the junior level, no, there's really not been much change.
I think that's very helpful information. And I understand that you receive a lot of applications and place a lot of user experience designers for your recruitment firm.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in the technology and especially in the agency and creative industry sector. So
Yeah.
could I ask you, as you're receiving all these applications, what do you see is like the one thing that most candidates miss out in their CV or in their portfolio?
I think the one thing that they seem to miss out, which is bizarre considering what their skill set is the end user experience for the hiring managers, the recruiters. We obviously need to be able to review the CVs and the portfolios in a pretty quick turnaround. And therefore, if there's either too much on the page or links that are not usable, where we have to copy them and put them into the browser, or download various apps and platforms to be able to view portfolios. All of those elements can actually just make our experience going through filtering of CVs a lot harder. and therefore it may deter certain people from actually really analyzing and filtering their CVs properly.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the things that we see. And don't forget, I mean, some of the HRs and hiring managers that might be viewing these CVs and portfolios may not be tech savvy at all. So they suddenly have to download Dropbox and log into various different platforms. They may just disregard the CV altogether and move on to a different one that's easier.
Yeah, that's a really great tip. And I remember you telling my coaching clients off and saying, hey, you need to link your portfolio in your CV. It needs to be a clickable link.
Yeah. It seems a really obvious thing, but quite often we will see a link, but you can't actually use it. And therefore it just becomes a sort of cumbersome, time-consuming process.
Yeah, and I remember that you also say, like, for those portfolios that are password protected, just put the password in the CV so people can just key it in.
As simple as possible.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And could I ask you a little bit? So for those, do you have any open roles that Cogs Agency is currently placing for people in the UX industry right now? And what's the best way to reach out to you guys and follow?
Well, the best way to reach out to us is through connecting via LinkedIn. Obviously, we're very active on this platform. We use it on a daily basis, and also through our website.
Okay, awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the general UX design industry or community that you think might be helpful?
I think one of the things that's incredibly helpful for advice to job seekers is when they are putting their CVs and portfolios together, to really highlight certain skill sets and brands and companies that will really pop out and be quite attractive for the hiring managers to see. So skills don't just have to be around technology. Language skills are very important to highlight early on your CV, because right now we are having more and more requests for Cantonese and Mandarin, obviously Cantonese and Hong Kong, language skills. This is almost a daily experience for us to have more and more of these requests.
Yeah.
Highlighting this and also highlighting international experience. So whether you've studied abroad or worked abroad or had clients that are in different countries and different regions, that's very important as well for our clients to understand that you have that ability to handle international and cross-cultural conversations.
That's extremely helpful. Singapore, especially being a bilingual country, if you are comfortable with other languages, please do highlight it. And of course, that will help you stand out from other candidates as well. Lisa, it's been a pleasure, and thank you so much for being a guest on this vlog entry. If you like what we're doing over here and you'd like me to invite future guests to do like such short sessions, please comment and below and tell us what you think, and maybe even tag who you would like me to interview and invite for this 10-minute sessions. And thank you, Lisa, once again, and have a very good day ahead.
Same to you.
Yeah, lovely.